Okay, I think we're live. Let's give it a second here so people can pop on or not. I'm going to pull it up on here so we can answer questions as they come in. Sorry about being a little bit late. There were some technical difficulties. All right. So, let me get it pulled up and we will get started.
Don't mind us, we're just learning technology for the first time today.
Yes, we are, 100%. And I'm glad it's Molly that's here, and it's not somebody else. It's not somebody else. Everybody else would be like, oh my God, Miranda, didn't you used to work at like a tech company for 6 years? Don't you know what you're doing? Okay.
Nope, that's not it.
I need to go to, we should have had this pulled up.
No. Type your page in the bar. There you go.
There we go.
Yep,
There we
click
go.
on that one.
Click it on it. Maybe. Maybe not. Here we go. Okay, it's fine. We'll figure it out. Well, anyway, so for those of you watching, I'm so happy you're here. And if you don't know me and you've never been on this page before, my name is Maranda Taylor, and I'm a real estate agent. I'm a mother, newly single mother, I might add, to 2 beautiful children, and I'm a badass that makes other people shine and sparkle. And I had this crazy idea because I've always wanted to have my own talk show. That's big energy, Molly, okay?
It is. Move over, Kelly.
I've always wanted to have my own talk show, and so this is insane to even think that anybody would want to join in on this action and want to be a part of it with me. So the reason I'm doing this is because I think it's important that I showcase the Omaha community in a very unique way. I also have a lot of life experience for only being a 27-year-old, so I wanted a platform to talk about it. So we're not only going to talk about real estate, because I'm a real estate agent, but we're also going to be talking about life, love, and just a bunch of random shit.
Literally everything.
Fair enough. So Molly's my first guest, and she's the most incredible human I've ever met. I say that about a lot of people, but she's the best one with purple hair. So I will let her introduce herself, a little bit about herself, and a little bit about her local business, which is actually where we're at. She actually has these badass yellow chairs. Like, I'm in love. So.
Yeah, they're cozy. Alright, y'all, so like she said, I am Molly, and some of you already know, but I own Molly Logic Fitness, which is a 24-hour fitness studio here in Bellevue. It's like my baby. If the purple floors and the purple hair do not give it away, purple is my color. Also
Green is my color.
Also the color of royalty, though, so, you know, just saying. So for those of you who have never heard of Molly Logic before, this was born out of my heart many years ago. I wanted to create a space, in short, that I would have felt safe going to in the very beginning of my journey when I was extremely overweight. I was so scared to go to a gym. I didn't want anyone to look at me. And I didn't want to end up like some crazy meme on the internet being made fun of. So I finally am at a place where I was able to create just that for people, and the women that come through this door, and men, it's for everybody though, are freaking amazing. And that's actually how I met Miranda. She came and was working out with me super early in the morning, so she kind of knows what it's about.
Yes, Molly kicks my butt. I love her, but some days I don't. Some days I want to call her names, but that's okay. Molly is spectacular, and she does a phenomenal job at what she does. So if you are looking for, if you're in the Bellevue area, or if you're not, I literally drive 45 minutes to come see her because I love her so much. If you are looking, please think about her first. You also have some other exciting news. What can you talk about and what can't you talk about?
Okay, so I'm also working on, I guess, like a sister partner brand. I'm super excited about it. She knows all about it, so okay, I just want to, and it's also like so exciting, I want to tell everybody, but we're so close, like literally so close. And so I know a couple of you that are probably watching this know, but shh, be quiet, be quiet, it's a secret, but soon.
But there's something big coming, so pay attention to her page. It's something that if you like fitness at all, you will really enjoy this. Also, later, Molly's going to torture me and she's going to show us some at-home exercises. But before that, I wanted to actually talk to her about real estate because the funny thing about that is Molly actually has some interesting real estate experience. So, would you like to talk about that shit show?
So, let me preface this with, I feel like I've done a lot of things in life. Have I done them great? Probably not. But I have learned so much and so many things that if you don't have to go through it. You can just listen and learn. Unlike me, apparently I gotta learn everything the hard way. But hopefully some of you maybe don't have to. Oh my goodness, so I don't even know where to start. So I own a home in Alaska, in Eagle River, with my, at the time, husband. He's now my ex-husband. We own a house together. I call him my practice husband. You live and you learn. So we had a house together in Eagle River, which we lived in for quite a while. And it was a beautiful, beautiful house. And then we obviously separated, so we moved out of the house and we got renters. We had 2 sets of renters. The first set of renters were freaking amazing. I love them. And then they also, PCS, they were military. So they moved away. And then at the time, just save everybody the shorts, where we were just not in a place on the same page about wanting to sell it, not wanting to sell it, that kind of thing. So I found different renters. And so sometimes, y'all, like, I wish that I could just not be kind. I wish I could not lead with my heart. Because, like, kid you not, like, I feel like I always get messed up sometimes. Like, effed over. I don't want to say a bunch of bad words.
It's okay.
But, so I found some renters who seemed amazing. I found them, through a local church in the area. Their family was amazing. They lived there for, I want to say, 5 years. The first 3 years, I was also still in Alaska. So I would go over all the time, whatever, get rent, all that great stuff. I think I was a phenomenal landlord. So I would give them like December rent free for Christmas to spend stuff with their kids, all of that stuff. So I think I was doing like kind things. So this is where I don't understand the level of disrespect that happened. So then I moved and I was like, no, I think like I'll be good, like they're amazing, I can just, what's the word I'm looking for? Handle it myself, not get like, I don't need a property manager or anything like that. And also that just kind of felt really overwhelming because I didn't have a Miranda at the time. So we moved, everything was great. Rent was being paid on time, nothing to worry about. If something, happened, they would tell me. They'd have someone come out and fix it, and then, I would just prorate them that amount of rent if they needed to get the same fixed, whatever. It worked out great. So then five years in, we were finally on the same page to sell the house, which was amazing. And so I had my realtor who sold us the house. He went over and and this was almost like a year ago now? Yeah, almost a year ago. He went over and he called me, and I will never forget. His words to me were, "You might as well just file bankruptcy on this house because I don't know what has happened here, but it's basically, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of a word that would
like
explain.
trashed.
Yeah, but that doesn't even begin to cover it. Like, I mean,
Drunken? Trash house?
Yep. All of those things, like next level things were happening, and I don't even know how to explain it. So I was like, well, and it was like peak, pandemic, so people weren't going places, things weren't really happening. So thankfully, my dad, who is also an entrepreneur, he has a couple construction companies in Alaska, and he just has a hookup, and I called him, obviously freaking out, because I'm like not there, and so he was able to hook me up with some people who went over, and I want to say, 25-30 grand later, I basically had to gut this entire house, redo everything, and the really, just salt in the wound is that I redid it the exact way that I always wanted to do the house as if I was going to live there myself.
That's funny because,
so it's beautiful.
Every single time somebody goes in and, renovates to sell, they literally go through, and if they don't talk to their real estate agent, they literally go through and they literally put in everything that they want in the house. And there's always this, one little tiny moment where those people are like, oh, I don't really want to sell. This is my dream kitchen. What the heck?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then, it sold, thankfully, and it sold at a pretty good price.
Did you make your money back?
I did. I made my money back. I did, thankfully, and I made a little bit of profit. But honestly, the biggest thing was just like not owning that house anymore.
That's good. And then, so once this was relieved and this was all done, right? Would you ever be a landlord again?
Oh my goodness. No. So I really want to have rental properties. I love that idea. That's something I've always wanted. Initially, when I bought that house in Eagle River, I wanted to purchase like either a duplex or a fourplex and like go all at it, but again, not quite on the same page. So I definitely would do it again. However, I kind of equate this, and I'm so sorry if this offends anybody, I kind of equate this to childbirth. Like, I want another house, I want more rental properties, but I need to wait until the sting and the pain of this all wears off. But I will 1,000% like have a property manager and everything before I even have a property.
Right.
I will have it all squared away.
And that's the advice that I would give anybody, is if you are legitimately going to be out of state or like even out of the city that your property is in, it's probably a good idea to hire a property manager. And if you are leaving Omaha and you are thinking about doing this kind of thing that Molly is talking about,
Don't do it better.
we don't want your house to end up, being a house that gets destroyed and that you have to put more money in it. So find a property management company. A lot of real estate agencies do that. Some of them don't. So you just call them up, and if you need any help with it, I'm your go-to girl. If I can't do something, I will find somebody who will. So with that being said, the other thing I want to ask you is, will you talk to everybody about how the process went when you moved here? So you are now, I would say you're a staple in the Bellevue area.
Oh my gosh, see, I am a pillar of the community. I'm trying, y'all. I'm going to be a pillar of this community whether you want me or not.
And so like she said, she's not military, but her husband.
Mm-hmm.
So they moved here. Would you tell us a little bit about that and what you thought about the community initially, and then how do you think about it now?
Yeah. Okay, so y'all crazy with the corn. I don't understand. It's just everywhere. I did learn a fun fact, and I hope this is right because I'm going to say it. But I learned that every year you alternate crops. So if you do corn one year, then you do soybean the other year, then it flip-flops. And I learned this because I've been here almost 3 full crop seasons, and I see on each side of the road it switches, and I'm like, oh, there was corn there. Oh, there's not. So I learned that.
Yes.
When I first learned I was coming to Nebraska, I literally had to pull out a map and be like, where's that? Shout out to the Alaska school system. Great. And I was not excited about it, but I was promised that it did not snow here. I was promised that it did not snow, so I was like, great, I'm not going to deal with snow anymore. Wonderful. So I'm looking through houses, and all of a sudden I see one, and we flip through real fast. I'm like, whoa, cowboy, let's take it back a notch. Why is there snow on that house? And he's like, well, it snows for a little bit. I'm like, oh.
So whose fault was that? Was it misinformation from?
No, it was Coco lying.
It
was him, full knowing that I did not want to be where there was snow. So, come to terms with that. And then I got here, and I actually think, I've lived in a couple other places, but not long term, really only Anchorage. Everything here is just like so nice and pretty. I really did like it when I first got here, but I did have like a few moments of like box caged in, and I was finally, I think like 3 or 4 months in, I was like, you need to take me somewhere. You need to take me to the water. You need to find a pond, a puddle. I don't care. You need to take me somewhere where there was water. I don't care if it's in a parking lot, but somewhere. But I think I don't know. It's grown on me a lot. Like, I have to say, I've been here 3 years, and I think that the community here, I joke about being a pillar of the community all the time, but like, I feel like I actually like am plugged in here. I know people know who I am, and I belong to different groups and things, and I never had that in Alaska. Like, it's not, or maybe it wasn't meant to be, and here it was meant to be. I don't know.
One thing that I love about Omaha is the fact that there are so many people here. It's like so diverse. It's so awesome. There's so many things to do. Like, if you go on, I'm shameless plug here, if you go on New to Omaha and you look at the different events that are going on, legitimately, like, there's something going on every day. So if you wanted to go out and have fun every day of the week, you could. You could also go to Molly's gym every day of the week. By the way, I'm the paid advertising. It's just incredible. And I like hearing people's perspective when they first move here, because everybody, whenever they think Nebraska or they think Omaha, they think, oh my gosh, like Hicksville corn.
A little bit.
Kind of, but not really. It's more than that. I agree about the community. Oh, hi Rosa, thanks for listening in. I did have it pulled off my laptop, but Wi-Fi's not working. By the way, I did work for a technology company for 6 years, so I should have figured this out.
That's old technology. This is new technology.
Yes, I don't understand it. Otherwise, I would be answering people's questions. So if you guys do have questions, do put them in the comments, and Molly and I will literally take the time afterwards to answer.
Well, we can at the end too. We can just like scroll through really quick and see.
Do you want your face to be that close to
I'll
the camera?
do it. I have
Molly's-
no bad side.
They're
all good.
Molly's got this, because my face that close to the camera is probably a bad idea. I also can't read very well on camera. So, but with that being said, the other question I have for you is, so you are a gym owner and you work out. So I will say the biggest thing, I'm going through a really hard time in my life right now. If you guys didn't know that, that is happening. This is probably one of the hardest times that I've ever had in my life. And Molly has been one of the most amazing people for my mental health. So I wanted to take a moment and actually talk about this and talk about how important exercise is with mental health. And I wanted your perspective on it. So, you know my whole situation. We don't have to get into that. That's a shit show in itself. But when it comes to other people who may be struggling and may not necessarily be able to afford therapy because we live in America, what do you think about working out in regards to your mental health, and how does that work?
Oh my goodness, like just do it. Like in a nutshell, just do it. So I'm not super duper like sciencey and all that, but I think it's pretty common knowledge that when you work out or when you exert body energy, whether you're going for a walk, you're running, you're doing some kind of lifting, or you're just chasing your children at a park and playing around, your body releases endorphins. Maybe not while it's happening, because that's kind of like in the suck, especially like you're running or something like that. But when you're done, your body releases endorphins, and those feel good. They make you happy, and that's kind of what makes you eventually be like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. Like I can do it, maybe.
So, and would you say that, like, in your community that you've had here, how many people do you think you see walk through your doors just light up and help with their mental health when they started working out? Because I know, like, literally, it's like one of my favorite things to do in the morning. I just got a punching bag, by the way. And I did my workout.
I saw that.
my first workout this morning, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
I was dead. Like, my abs still hurt. But how many people do you think that come in? I would say probably 100%. But
I would say 100% too. I mean, so this gym and this space I think is a little bit unique. It's not like a Planet Fitness or something like that where people just sign up and show up essentially. Most people that come to this gym, this is their first gym experience for whatever reason. Or if it's not, most of them have had or have some type of trauma or uncomfortable feelings surrounding the gym. And so when they come here, it's a lot different. And so to see that shift, even on the first day, is literally my favorite thing. Literally my favorite thing. Because they'll come in and they'll be like, I always tell people on the first day, I'm like, remember my kindness today, because I'm going to let you choose your own stuff, weight-wise, and just kind of feel comfortable. Because sometimes just coming in here is a really uncomfortable thing for people, and I totally get it. Sometimes just even coming to the parking lot is really hard, let alone getting out and coming in. So it's important to create that it feels safe and that it feels like a comfortable place that they can just be in without even doing anything. So they'll pick their own weights, and they always, almost 99% of the time, are like, I want the 5s or I want the 3s. And I give it to them, but in my head, I'm like, yeah, okay. So they do it, I'm like, how'd that feel? And they're like, oh, it was okay, it was easy. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just try these. And then they're like, oh, they freak out. I'm like, it's okay, let's just try it. Let's just try one. They're freaking repping out like 10s, 12s, 15s, and you see it happen on their face. Like it's a moment you can actually see them. Like, I saw it on your face. You can see them light up and be like, oh my gosh, I am already strong. I am already amazing. Like, I'm already a badass, like, as I am right now. And that's super powerful.
And the other thing that I think I love that you do for the community that is just amazing is she has a Facebook group. And in that same Facebook group, people post supportive stuff. So it's not just you show up to the gym and you work out and you do those kind of things. And if you you don't, you're bad or anything. It's literally a supportive community. I know once I got the big news that I was no longer going to be with my husband, I know that was one of the first groups I wanted to post into that, hey, this is hard, but hey, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm amazing, I can be a badass. And you were actually one of the people that convinced me to do my rebranding to the word badass, just so you know. I don't know if you know that, but because every single time I would come into the gym, every single time we would work out together, you would always be like, oh, Miranda, you're a badass. And I'm like, I'm not, but okay. And the truth is I am. Yeah. And I love it. And I love the type of confidence that you instill in everybody and in the community. So, I've been avoiding this whole time.
Now I might cry.
Do it.
Nobody watch.
So I asked Molly to put a workout together. Well, Molly's been training for running things. I don't exactly know what.
Yes.
And she's a little sore, so she's gonna make me do it in dress clothes. So she put together a little workout. She's gonna tell me what to do, and I'm gonna show you guys what you can do from home. These are what, full body workouts?
Yeah, so this is it's full body weight, and these are my 3 favorite movements. And the kicker is she's doing it in business clothes, which means you can do it anywhere, anytime, any place, no excuses.
All right.
Okay, so.
Okay, we have to adjust the camera now.
Okay. Don't
Hi,
mess up
friends.
the tech stuff.
I won't mess
Don't mess it up.
I won't. Maybe I will.
You gotta
We'll
make
see
it
what
down.
happens. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so the first one, you're going to want to do sideways so they can see you this way.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So the first one is called an inchworm. You can, and all of these movements, you can modify down, you can modify up. They can be whatever feels good for you in the moment, okay? So this is an inchworm, so she's going to reach up. She's going to reach up first into her calves, and her tibias, good. She's going to contract her core. Good, so a fluid motion, she's going to contract her core. She's going to reach down. Good, and then she's going to walk her hands out like an inchworm all the way into a plank. She's going to hold for a 1 Mississippi, and then she's going to inchworm her way all the way back. Good. Do one more now that you got the hang of it. Reach up. Okay. Reach up. Fluid. Yeah. Good job. Good job. 1 Mississippi. There you go.
I hate you. Okay.
That's all right. That's not the deal. Well, the next one we are going to do a. You ready? We're going to do a full body. We're going to do a squat, and then we're going to reach all the way up. So spread your feet. You always want to make sure your heels are about shoulder width apart. You always, when you squat down, you want your knees to go out over your toes, and you want to lead. You want to lead with your gluteus maximus. So put your glute back first, and then squat down. So your knees always are over your toes. Good.
Like that?
Yep. And then you're going to touch the ground.
Oh,
all the way and up. Good. And your tippy toes. Good. Up.
Tippy toes.
Yep. So movements like this can be made harder. You can either add a jump into the squat. You can hold weights. All of those fun things. And then my last favorite one is a wall sit. So we're gonna do it over there.
So you're gonna have to move the camera.
Don't you fret. Everyone will capture your love of the wall sit. Don't run into the unicorn. Oh my goodness. All right, go that way on that side of the unicorn.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So let me put that back. Sorry guys. Okay. So what's important here is if you want to think 90 degree
I know,
angles.
this the whole time you're talking.
I'm coming back. So go. You want to think 90-degree angles. So you want your knees over your toes, 90 degrees, and shoulders against the wall. Good. So again, you can make that harder. You can add weight. You can do things with your arms. So many fun-filled activities. Your body weight, I think a lot of people get taken back and like, oh, it's just body weight, and they want to do all this other stuff. But master your body weight, people. If you master your body weight, you can literally take on the world, and you can do anything.
And you can do it from home, and you can literally, like, I did this live on camera, so, yeah, embarrassing. You can do this at home. And if you have any questions for Molly about what workouts or anything like that, reach out to her. And if you have any questions for her about her rental experience, reach out to her.
They don't.
She is an open book. And I think this is a really good first episode.
It is. I'm gonna look at the comments really quick for people.
Okay. If you have any questions.
Best talk show ever. Hey. That's us. Aww. They said we have a cute setup. I mean, really though, could we be any cuter? It's like the purple, the green. We go.
And I didn't realize that I'm taller than you.
Are you? What?
I think so.
I don't know. I am wearing high sandals. Wait, hold on. No?
No?
I'm getting a no from our
No?
camera crew.
No?
I'm getting a no.
Because you said you're 5'1". I'm 5'2".
I am 5'1". Well, maybe someone
I think you lied.
Well, I did just get one of those like lengthening massages.
Oh,
And I actually did feel taller. So.
Okay, that's fair. Well, if you guys need anything, reach out. I think this is a really good first episode of Life, Love, and Real Estate. I'm going to try to do one of these every week. If you're interested in being on the show,
You could be me right here.
or you want me to come to your business and just talk to you about what you do, I know it's kind of lame, but it literally like fulfilled like a dream of mine.
Yeah, she's gonna be like her own talk show. We're gonna get our cups, just like, and then so she could just sip her cup and be like, and how does that make you feel? Tell me, how did you do that? It'll be great.
And if you guys have any questions or anything like that for me, please reach out. I really enjoyed this. Molly, thank you so much for the time. And I'm not kidding you when I say that you're the reason I'm a badass. So, thanks guys. I now have to go up to the camera and turn it off. So we're gonna just make sure it's an attractive